Hey, what's up, YouTube? This King Geo in the house. Right now is 12:41 Eastern Standard Time, AM. And like I said, I'm going to bring you the latest news. Well, the GOP in the House has come into an agreement. Remember when my earlier video, I said that what's holding us back is from Senator Tomey on his his atrocious way to want to say about the federal not having enough, that he wants the federal not to have enough saying in how the money is distributed. There was 5 provisions that was in the CARES Act before, and he wanted to somehow do something with that. And the Democrats didn't want that. They didn't like the tone of his, like they say, the way he wanted to handle it. So they came into an agreement just a few minutes ago on Senator Tomey. So Patrick Tomey, they came in agreement with that. I have donuts here. They came in agreement with that. So now, what we're waiting on now, tomorrow, later on today, which is Sunday, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they're going to come up with the vote. So for now, we have the stimulus. They haven't said how much, but they have, so far, the stimulus, the rental assistance, the unemployment, the housing, and everything else that they wanted to do. I haven't seen, like, before what I posted before on each and every one of them, at least the 6-7 parts that I posted. Most of those are going to go in. I don't know about the ITN, so I don't know anything maybe to the morning until they print it out. But just to let you guys know that hopefully by tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll have a stimulus package deal. Okay, by 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, wherever the case may be, that's when they want to throw it on the floor, because that's what was holding this stimulus package was Senator Tomey's idiotic idea of the 5 provisions of the CARE Act. But with that being done now that's out of the way, and if you want to know about the Tomey, what he wanted to do, just Google it up and they'll tell you. But I'm gonna tell you, I read it and it's kind of idiotic. But that's them. So now what we're boiling down is to how much you're gonna get, which is probably around the $600 range, which I think is very low from where we came from, $1,200. But if they're going to give $600, depending on how it is, because we don't know, they say per child, but we don't, and per person, so we don't know if it's going to be like before, if you claim the child or you claim someone in your household, that person cannot get a stimulus if you claim that person. So we don't know if we don't know if we're going to do that. We don't know if college students are going to get it. We don't know if elderly students, if elderly are going to get it. All this kind of stuff we don't know yet. But if it's for every person that lives in the household or every person who's done income tax, we don't know yet. But most definitely, they probably end up going with what they did before with your 2018, 2019 tax returns. If you didn't file, if you filed, they probably end up doing the same thing that they did on online, the non-filers. That is also there. So this goes just in the United States, and it also goes to Puerto Rico. If you in Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Guam, and whatever, even for the territories of the United States, which are St. John, St. Croix, Puerto Rico, Guam, all those islands. So we've passed that impasse with Tomey. Now we're just gonna have to get the linguistics. We have to get all the paper done, and hopefully by 2 o'clock tomorrow. So by 2 o'clock tomorrow, it'll be signed and delivered, going to Trump for him to sign it. If it gets signed within this week, if it gets signed before Wednesday, before Christmas Eve, you may see a check before the year ends, which is good for everybody, right? You have money for the new year and stuff like that. So we're going to see. We don't know yet how unemployment is going to be, if they're going to lower that down. They haven't said anything. They just said that they come in agreement with Tomey's stupid idea. That's what I like to call it. But anyway, we have passed that. Now that we have passed that, now the stimulus is coming now. So hopefully by tomorrow, by tonight, by today at by 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., wherever they decided before the day is over, put it this way, they can come and sign it. And once I know more about it, I'll let you guys know. So guys, just make sure you tune into my channel. Make sure that you hit the like button, you subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification button so it'll let you know when I King Gio uploaded a video. I know that this has been a drastic 6-7 months. We've all been waiting for a stimulus package. We've all been waiting for something to hit. A lot of people have been struggling, and I feel bad. We live in a country that we're supposed to, help each other out. But because of politics, that's not happening. But hopefully with this, whether it's $600 or $700 that they give us, it'll be something until the new team of Congress comes in, to the new Biden team comes in, and hopefully Georgia can attain the 2 Democrats. Because if Georgia does not attain those 2 Democrats, all you people, whether you're Republican or Democrat, if they don't attain we don't attain those 2 Democrats, what's going to happen? We're going to go through this all over again. Because Republicans don't want a stimulus. They just don't want it. They're thinking more of the national debt than they are of the people of the United States of America. All right? But this is what they don't think. This is what most people don't tell you. They care about the national debt, but they don't care about all those companies, Jeff Bezos, Amazon, JetBlue. I'm talking about JetBlue a few years ago, I think 2 years ago, even last year, they didn't pay federal taxes. People like Donald Trump, the 1% of the rich people don't pay federal taxes because there's a loophole. So they worry about the national debt instead of saying, you know what, let's close this loophole. Let's close this loophole and let those 1% pay their fair share of income tax. Of federal tax. Because if they pay their share of federal tax, then our budget, our deficit wouldn't be so bad. Even though the national debt has nothing to do with the GDP, the national debt is basically, it's money that the federal government takes on, loans that they take out. That's the national debt. So the less debt, the less loans they take out, the less they owe. The less we owe as a collective also. So, but if you let these people, the 1%, pay their fair share, then the debt wouldn't be so bad. Then we wouldn't have to go through all this. We wouldn't have to be borrowing. Because it's kind of sad that you're paying federal taxes and you have to come to this. From $1,200 to $600, then maybe next time $300 or to nothing. And if you choose Republicans, that's what they want. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm right in the middle. I go for the person who I know, who I think does a better job or is going to do the best job that they can. Whether they're Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter to me. But in this aspect, those 2 Republicans in Georgia are not going to do anything. They're not. The one woman is the richest one there, which is the one from Georgia. And then the senator from Georgia, the Republican, he's dumping stocks here, he's dumping stocks there. He doesn't want to do a challenge with Ossoff. He doesn't want to do anything. He just nonchalant. When he found out that COVID was going to hit, boom, he dropped down his stock. And when he knew that Pfizer and Moderna was coming up, boom, he bought more stocks. So he dumped stock when he knew, because he was told, and he bought more stocks. So he's more of him himself. He's me. He says that he's not aware of the operation of who in his company or the people around him that buy the stocks for him, but he is aware because it's been proven that he is aware. He just doesn't care about you or me, or he doesn't care about the people of Georgia. And if you pick those 2, what's going to happen is that when this happens again, and it's going to happen because we're not done with this pandemic. So when it happens, when Biden comes in, then it's going to be a pain. It's going to be a struggle for them to come to an agreement because they have 2 years. They can do anything for 2 years, not pass anything because we don't vote again for senators for another 2 years. The House of Representatives for another 2 years, I think. So we have to be aware and cognizant of that. These people got 2 years to play. Then they drop everything. Oh, we're not going to approve. We're not going to approve. So there's no point of having a president of the United States if you don't have a House that's going to back you up. There is no point. You can do executive orders, but when you want to do the things that you need to do, that you need both parties, you're not gonna do it because one party's gonna say no. We're not from your party. You know, this guy didn't come into president. We want our things, you know, because this is all the give and take, pro quo. You give me, you scratch my back, I scratch your back, you know, shit like that. But to get back to the things in hand, let's hope today things get squared down and you can see your money soon. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and hit that notification button to let you know when King Gio uploads a video.